Welcome back again to Mobile Service Monday, everybody. 2 weeks in a row with a big surprise behind the wall. No Jeremy Stevens, just Nathan Bennett. We had a great chat last week, talked about the reasons why he loves being a mobile service tech, which came down to reason number one, he gets to pet dogs. Reason number two, he gets to pet dogs. And reason number three, he gets to pet dogs. So that's what we summed up in our conversation last week. Make sure you go back and watch that if you have not seen it. There's a whole bunch of other great information in there too. But Nathan, welcome back again to Mobile Service Monday.
Always glad to be here. And it must be nice for Jeremy to just go off on vacation.
It must be. I wouldn't know and you wouldn't know because we're here working. So all right, and so this week we got you in your home away from home, the van where you spend your weeks. So let's talk to the people who have no idea what's inside a mobile service van, about the things that you have with you, that you carry with you, different types of repairs that you can do. There was a person I made a post about mobile service and Spiffy on LinkedIn a couple of weeks ago, and somebody, a tech, commented and said, I don't think a customer wants to see me pulling a dash out of their car in their driveway and things. So there's some stuff we don't want to do in the driveway, obviously.
Right.
But I think there's probably a lot more that we can do than people think. So
I definitely, you get two kinds of customer: people that sort of understand what you're going to do, and then people that don't really have that understanding yet. Maybe the car is like a black box to them. It's a box. Yeah. I know how it works. It just does magic, and anything past that. But I have had the situation of wife's face goes past window, goes back real quick, and then husband comes outside and he's like, "Hey guys, how we doing?" I'm like, honestly, I tell everybody the same thing. It's like Legos. I play with them every day. It's going to go back the same way that you gave it to me.
Yeah, it's I mean, from the world of inside the shop, anytime you did see those kind of dash repairs and things, it was like, oh man, if a customer saw their car like this, they would panic. But it is no different than Legos. Like, and if you built a Lego set lately, I've been building them with my grandson. Like, man, there's a lot of pieces in those Lego sets, and you look going, how is this going to come together to this picture on the box, right? But it does. It happens. So what kind of from oil changes, right? I think that's what people initially think when they think about mobile service, is they're like, oh, they can come and do an oil change in my driveway. But what other types of services can you do, or do you do?
Oh yeah, everything under the sun. I do a lot of diagnosis, so with that, it's a lot of installing the parts that I find broken. We can pass that. We can do every maintenance item you need. We have different kits that we can do coolant flushes and brake flushes. Install brakes all around, all the way up to heavy duty vehicles. Pretty much everything that you can think short of, pulling engines and, big major jobs. Like, I don't have a cherry picker in here anywhere. I don't know where I would fit it, but I'd try it. Maybe I do have a lot of headroom. Maybe I could start hanging stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe they can get you, instead of one of those bucket trucks, you can have a crane that comes off the back, so you can start pulling engines out there in driveways. That's mobile service that takes 4 days in the driveway. Customers would love it.
Right.
Yeah. So and you guys have a tire truck too, right? So you can come and do tires right there at their house for them.
Yep, we have 2 operational tire vans, and we do a lot of fleet work with that. And then even the average Joe that just needs a quick patch and doesn't want to wait an hour and a half in the shop, you can come right out. You stay at home, get it done.
There you go. So with do you do any of the fleet work stuff that
yes, sir.
gets done? So what's different for the dealerships out there, again, who are looking to do mobile service and are kind of like, I don't know if I have I have enough customer work and they hear us talk about fleet work and they go, well, there's a lot of big companies around. Maybe I could do that. What
Right.
types of things are you doing for the fleets, and how does that look different from the customer work that you're doing?
So with fleets, the way it's different is typically they'll have a lot more work to do at one location. You know, you'll pull up and do 5 to 10 oil changes versus just one, which definitely works out. You're not spending the gas that it takes to get to every which customer all
Yeah,
over
sure.
town. But there is also the diag side of fleet. You know, we're keeping these customers on the road so they can make their money in their business.
Yeah.
So at that time, it's usually like get it right and make sure it's, you know, running at the end of the day so we can launch them tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fleet side of things is those two pieces, right? From your side,
Hmm.
it's economy of scale, right? You can go there and do 5, 10,
Oh, yeah.
15 vehicles without moving the van. Um, and from the fleet side,
Mm.
it's keeping their fleet running without dropping a van off at the dealership. And it's probably going to be there 2 days, even if it only
Yeah.
takes a couple hours to get it done, because they got to have somebody drop it off in the morning, and then they're going to pick it off the next morning. So now they lost that van for 2 shifts,
And
or
there's
type
no,
vehicle, whatever it is.
right. And there's no like, oh, let me think about this. Let me see if we have it in the budget. It's like, oh, that'll
Yeah.
fix it. Okay, bet. Please perform the work.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. This is. I need this vehicle back out on the road in
Mhm.
2 hours, not 2 days or 2 weeks
Right.
or whatever it takes. Yeah. I feel like fleet is maybe an area that dealerships who are doing mobile service or thinking about mobile service
Mhm.
are maybe missing an opportunity. Um,
Right.
and I think traditionally, when you talked about fleet in the dealership world from the shop world,
Mhm.
it conjures up pictures of big trucks and
Mhm.
that type of fleet, and they're like, oh man, this is more headache than it's worth, or they're bigger vehicles than we can even put on a lift in the shop. But those aren't necessarily the fleets that you're actually working with.
Yes and no. There are plenty of like larger vehicles that we service. That is
Hmm.
like the big money makers that you'll find, or you know, the
Yeah.
ring power. You're working on super duties all day, but there are plenty of these plumbing companies, electrician companies. They got a
Yeah.
fleet of F-150s, and you know the transit F-150s as well.
Hmm.
There are plenty of smaller vehicles out there. A lot of them actually drive Mavericks as well, if they're more like a, you know, this is the manager's car.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That I think that's more of a Florida thing. I can't think of any Maverick up
Oh
here
yeah.
that's being driven as a company vehicle, but
Hmm.
maybe they're just not wrapped, so I don't know that it's a company vehicle.
Maybe I definitely see a lot of county vehicles, and you know, everything's flat. You might get stuck in the mud somewhere, but you know,
Yeah.
as long as you know where you're going, Maverick's fine.
So as you're working out of the van, Jeremy and I have talked before that all of you guys like to have your van kind of set up differently, the way
Hmm.
that you like it. There's probably certain places that things have to be in the van.
Oh,
Um,
100%.
yeah, but other than that, the individualizing of the van. What are some of the things that you see people doing? What's a van you walked into with one of your other tech brothers and went, why in the world would you keep that there?
Right. I've seen some very interesting mods, I would say. Like, as you can see above my head, like the top shelf up here is typically the best place that you can store the 5 gallon jugs. The
Yeah,
different, I've got O20, I've got, you know, washer fluid, coolant fluid, so the big things. But some people will take the rear step off of the back of the vehicle and then screw it in on the shelf down here, so they have a spot to like put the pitcher down, and then just like, you know, instead of picking this thing up, they can
yeah,
just, you know, roll it right over.
yeah.
But things like
Interesting.
that, lots of mag trays. There's like magnets everywhere, different tools coming up right here and there, the daily use stuff.
They every time they get in the van, it kills all their credit cards from
Yeah,
so many magnets in there.
exactly. Right. I'll tell you how many credit cards I've replaced.
So what are some of the what are some of the staples that pretty much every van has?
Well, definitely basic oil change stuff. I usually see uh, this back cabinet by the door typically always has, your 3/8 ratchet set, your oil pan, all that sort of stuff. And then everything else, you'll just kind of see different configurations of like, am I more of a drawer person? Am I more of like a stuff everything in a cabinet? I've seen people, buckets of tools. This is everything I have, and this, that, and the third bucket.
And does everybody have a drawer of extra 10 millimeter sockets?
Yes,
For when
yes,
you,
indeed.
when you lose those.
The strays.
That's great. What would be something that I'd be surprised to find on the van if I walked into it?
That's a good one. Oh, I know one buddy that keeps his PlayStation in the back. Just put it, if you got dead time, you're waiting for a
Sure.
customer to show up. He's like, hey, I got 30 minutes. I got some time for Call of Duty.
There you go. There you go.
Just the little creature comforts here and there.
Hey, listen, that's part of the discussion that we had last week, right? About why be a mobile service tech, because you can do those kind of things with your little bit of downtime. You do that in the shop, and I guarantee you that downtime is going away.
Right, that's a fact. Don't tell nobody I brought it
out. Nobody knows.
Yeah. I will say I am patiently waiting for Thanksgiving to be over so I can put my Christmas decorations up on the truck.
Oh, nice. Listen, my wife's already decorated the house for Christmas, so you don't have to wait. You can do it now.
Yeah, I will admit my son was putting up our Christmas tree in his Halloween costume. So
nice.
The house is decorated. I just wanted to wait a couple more weeks for the property.
All right. I love it, man. It's just another way that you get to individualize your work area, right? And make it more enjoyable to be out there every day.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Nathan, this has been another great week. We would be remiss if we did not talk about Spiffy, who keeps you guys running every single week. The only full-stack mobile service platform, Spiffy equips dealers to rapidly launch and scale mobile service with software, vans, devices, and training, all backed by 4 million plus services, 10 years of real-world results. Spiffy is built by operators for operators. All right. Nathan, any final thoughts for everybody out there?
On the subject of Spiffy, I can't recommend it enough. It's constantly improving, and I've used multiple different ways to be able to send somebody a multi-point inspection, and they're always on top of things.
Excellent. Love to hear that. And that's a big endorsement because you're out there doing it every single day, having to use that.
You run into the bug here and there, it's smoothed over pretty quickly, honestly.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's the endorsement you want from a technician who is actually using the product, not a demo. So that's awesome. Nathan, thanks so much for being with us. Hopefully Jeremy returns safely from his vacation, and you can get back to just doing mobile service and not having to do his job too.
Yeah, there's hours out there. This is cutting into my time.
That's it. Got to get some hours. Got to get those hours. Nathan, thanks so much for joining us.
Mm-hmm. Y'all have a good one.